Hey guys, I have played all night with the Ganzo G720. Now before I could actually start working with this knife, I had to reduce the edge angle from an initial 35-40 degrees per side to a 20 degree per side. I did that on my Lansky and it took me about 2.5-3 hours. Now the effort was definitely worth it because I really like the way it behaves now. For comfort in hand, I would go as far as to say this is more comfortable than my Ontario Rat 1, which is pretty much my folder of choice for when it comes to comfort in hand, working with a knife more than regular EDC tasks. Now this is a copy of the Lion Steel SR1A. But is it better? In all honesty, in my opinion, yes it is. It is a $17 knife and I like it more than the SR1A. Why? Because I did not shy away from abusing it. I like the locking mechanism more than I like the frame lock of the SR1A, and I like the handle more. It is chubbier. It has this texture as G10. I like the looks of it and it feels great in hand. Now I could also chop with this knife. I held it like this, and because of the shape of the handle and the G10, it did not want to slide out of my hand. I batoned it for splitting wood and I cross-grain batoned. These are pretty harsh tests for a folder, but I wanted to see if it could do it. Now I did not pry with it, and I usually don't have the need to pry with my tools, but if I'll somehow find a use for prying other than testing, I probably will. I don't know if it would withstand it. Really, I don't know. I did have to tighten the pivot screw about 3 times after I chopped and batoned with it. But I think that's acceptable. I think most folders will do that. Will lose some tension in the pivot and the blade will fall freely. I like to keep it so that when I disengage the axis lock, the blade does not fall freely, but I actually have to push it in, because this way it does not have any blade play, and that's the way I feel safest with my folders. The thing which surprised me most was not that the joint did not fail, but the fact that it held an edge so well. Now I do not know anything about Ganzo's 440C and their heat treatment of it, but I was surprised. Except for the main contact area, which is this one, the rest still does take off some hairs, which came as a surprise. This part would probably slice paper. I'm not sure of it, but there are no dents in the edge. I couldn't see any chips. I couldn't see any parts of the edge that bend. So it is still sharp. I would say that you can work with this. How long does it keep this sharpness? I honestly don't know. But for camp chores, I think this is the most that I would do in a night with a folder. So I'm happy with it. I will attach the tests, and if you have any questions about the knife, about the tests which were random, please go ahead and ask me in the comment section and I will get to them as soon as possible. About the wood that I used, it was all driftwood that I recovered from the river down below. It dried out and most of it was beech and willow. There was a third kind, but I don't know the name in English for it. But the willow did split very well, and it was very soft to cut shavings from. The other one was a bit more stubborn. However, for a folder, I think even willow is a very good test wood. I hope you enjoyed the video so far, and maybe you'll enjoy the test. Like I said, if there are any questions, please ask me and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. I'd like to thank you for watching so far, and as always, I wish you all a great day. feels like playing. He's a rather big one also. And you can see he's a fighter.